know, but Bubba Watson did when he won his first Masters. It is much easier to hook a wedge than it is to slice a wedge. Rob, why is that?
Well, it's not the easiest thing to understand, but what happens when you close down or de-loft a club as opposed to opening it up? So to hook it, you have to close it down, de-loft it. To slice it, you have to kind of open the face up. And with a wedge, if you de-loft it, you can see here how much that club starts to point left of the target for you, Martin.
Yeah.
The more you de-loft it.
De-loft it and close it. Well, point it at the target and de-loft it a little bit. That's clearly pointing left of the alignment stick I've got here.
Right. And so now if you swing along the alignment stick, which is to the right of the target, the ball will take off between those two lines.
Yeah.
And it will have a lot of side spin on it. Hook spin for you.
So if I wanted to hook a wedge, we're going to come back to why you can't hook a wedge in a moment, but let's give the viewers at home some do. So if I wanted to hook a wedge, is it a decent practice to aim the club face about where I want the ball to finish? I'm making this simple. It might be just a touch to the right, but we'll say aim the club face about at the target, aim my body some determined amount, in my case to the right of the target. So actually, when I pick up that club, to me, that is very close to me as I set up, and then make a normal golf swing.
Normal swing, so swinging along that line of the alignment rod there.
So I've almost preset this. I'm actually going to put the ball back in the stance.
Yes, you need to do that as well.
So the face is about at the target. My alignment is to the right. Therefore, the club is close to me. And the face can be, as we can see here, the face obviously then is well to the left. Did that for a reason we're coming back to. And let's see if, in fact, I can put some hook spin on a wedge. Here we go. And that ball's definitely turning to the left. It's not easy to turn it a lot like Bubba did, but it was turning to the left. Now, why doesn't the opposite work? Why can't we just open the face and aim the body left and hit a slice with a wedge?
So basically what happens when you open the wedge up, we put more loft on here, and now what happens is the ball will just slide off the face.
So let's have a look at that. And in fact, when you do open the face, we can see when we closed it, the face is easy to aim to the left when you close it and take loft off. When you open it and add loft, look how little this club goes, look how little the magnet turns to the right. I've opened that club face. That club face is 45 degrees. The leading edge is 45 degrees to the target line, and yet the magnet's just straight in the air.
Yeah. And so you're not going to get any friction, and so you need the friction between the face and the ball to be able to get spin on it, and therefore make the ball curve in flight. So to get that much slice on the ball, you'd have to have the shaft leaning so far forward that the chances of you hitting this thing are so small that it's almost impossible.
Well, that's interesting. So we've tried. We didn't know this was coming. You never know what's coming in school of golf. To hook the ball with a wedge like Bubba is aim the face about where you want the ball to finish, aim the body to the right, swing or to the right side, swing along your body lines, and that definitely hits it with some hook. You can't do that with any degree of ease with a sandwich. But what do you do? Rob didn't know this was coming. What do you do if you've got to cut it round a tree but you're not very far away from the target? You can take something that has a lot less loft on it.
Yes.
It could be a 6-iron. And now what I'm going to do is lay the face back. I'm taking my 6, I'm turning into something like an 8. Now when I open the face, it can go to the right. So when I have to cut one round a tree, but I'm only 80 yards away, I'm going to take a 6 or a 7-iron, unless I've got to hit it over a tree. I'm going to take a 6 or a 7-iron, aim the face about where I want it to finish, lay the face back a bit. Now my body is now to the left, and I'm going to swing to the left. So now I can actually hit a shot that would go about wedge distance, but it's going to have, it's it's going to have some cut spin on, and you could probably follow that on the camera. If you couldn't, it had at least the same amount of cut spin on as the draw. So if you're trying to hook it, use your sand wedge. If you're trying to fade it from 80 yards, might be best to use a 6 or 7 iron, yes?